Listen, it is obvious that misunderstanding is a part of this world and a part of every subject that is possible and able to be learned by mankind. So you're getting ready to watch a video of me breaking down the demonic hierarchy in the satanic kingdom. But first, let me address something because I'm getting sick and tired of explaining this, and I never will ever explain this again on YouTube or any social media platform or even in person. I'm just going to just choose to be dismissive. When you see me label a spirit by the title King Baal, right? Let's use Baal for example. When I say King Baal, that's his rank in the kingdom. Then his name, which is Baal, Baal, Bael. It doesn't matter. It's the same thing. He responds the same way. He listens to the same. It doesn't matter. That's his rank, King Baal. This is his name. Okay, so you address that demon as the rank, then you address them by their name. We can use their name, but I like to be proper, so I give the rank, then I give the name. If you disagree, I couldn't care less. You're getting ready to watch a video of me explaining the kingdom in depth, the ranks, the positions, the attitudes that go into it, the infighting, the hierarchy, everything. Thank you very much.
In Satan's kingdom, he is at the top while others are at the bottom. He does not get overruled in his kingdom, and there is no counsel for him either. Anyone who tells you that there is lying. Now, let me begin. Every demon in hell receives a certain level of praise and respect. Some receive more than others. In the kingdom of hell, you have kings, presidents, princes, marquises, dukes, counts, and you have one knight who is the demon Furcas. No other demon in existence carries the rank of a knight except for Furcas. I will be doing videos on all of these demonic spirits, but be patient. We will now start with the top of the demonic hierarchy, which is kings. The kings of hell are as follows: King Payman, King Baal, King Beleth, King Person, King Asmodee, also known as King Asmodeus, King Vine, King Balaam, King Zagon, and King Belial. The demon Zagon, depending on who you ask, is also considered to be a president. The demon Vine is also sometimes considered to be a count. I would also like to add that some demons carry two ranks simultaneously. I do not know why that is, and I will not give you all a false answer or make a false assumption. Only Satan knows why, as he is the one who elevates and demotes in his kingdom. I told you all that demons in hell have to earn their keep and keep their rank. They do this in various ways. For those of you who have ever worked for Satan, unlike that silly-minded witch I told you all about in one of my past videos, you all know that Satan requires all to put in work, everybody, humans and demons. Since he is the direct opposite of God, he does not use goodwill. If you are one who constantly seeks reassurance and patience, then stay away from the dark kingdom. You're not built for it. Demons who have been granted the rank of a king are demons who carry the highest amounts of power and authority in Satan's kingdom. Usually, these demons also govern over the most amount of demonic legions as well. I've already told you all that hell is not built or based upon human concepts. If you don't know what that means, be sure to watch my past videos. With that being said, to put it into perspective, a legion of soldiers back in ancient Rome were about 5,000 soldiers. The reason why I do not apply this same number to the demonic is that a lot of things in hell were opposite, inverted, backwards, and unknown. Demons also speak their own tongue, which is unknown to many of mankind, save a few. With this in mind, one who has an understanding of the satanic kingdom cannot confidently say that a demonic legion is 5,000 demons. Demonic kings in hell are also feared the most outside of Satan himself. And they also receive constant adoration and service from their own legions as well. Their word within their own territories is supreme. Any disrespect from any demon or human servant towards that demon king will be at the mercy of that king alone. The attitudes of the kings aren't exactly what you think they are. They aren't as prideful as you would think. In my experience, these demons carry themselves much more kingly than any other human ever has on earth. Grandiosity is a trait not many humans possess. Grandiosity is a trait every demon king carries. While King Payment is credited with having the most legions of demonic spirits, ruling over 200 of them, in other writings, King Baal is actually credited with having the most amount of legions, ruling over 250 demonic legions. His number often switches depending on the source. Next, we have princes in hell. Princes in hell are also very powerful, and just like every other entity, there is no lesser evil than any other demon. Do not make these demonic spirits something they are not. Stop opening your mouth and telling people these spirits are good-hearted and ready to help. If any of you think any demon looks upon mankind ready to be the most benevolent being to them, you're a fool. If Satan himself doesn't walk around hell and in the second heaven showing and spreading love to his servants, then what would make you any different? The demonic princes in hell are as follows: Prince Vasago, Prince Stolas, Prince Cetri, Prince Ipos, Prince Gap, Prince Orbus, Prince Belphegor, and Prince Seer. The demon Ipos or Ipus is also sometimes considered to be a count, while the demon Gap is sometimes considered to be a president. Princes are a little less menacing, but they still carry the rank of prince for a reason. That being said, I told you all that many demons envy Prince Belphegor because they cannot understand why he was considered worthy of receiving a principality from Satan when he isn't widely considered as being menacing or threatening. Prince Belphegor doesn't care about the jealousy he receives, and Satan has not revoked his principality. Demonic kings and princes are the most popular demons in hell, and they also are the most favored by mankind. This also highlights the desire for mankind to always want to be superior, as since these spirits are powerful, they also can do a lot for those of mankind on earth. Next, we have presidents in hell. Presidents in hell are treated a lot like presidents here on earth. They have honor, they have authority, they have servants, and they have many legions. The legions that the presidents have aren't as usually as many as demonic kings, but you don't hear any complaints from them. The presidents in hell are as follows: President Barbus, also known sometimes as Marbus, President Bur, President Bodus, President Morax, President Glacia Labolas, President Forrest, President Malphus, President Hagenti, President Cain, President Osi, President Amy, and President Volok. Some demons carry the same powers as others. Some demons have similarities but some differences, and some demons' supernatural powers are worlds apart from each other. Demons can teach a human anything they desire. However, there are some things that only Satan himself can teach you. Since Satan is the master of all demonic supernatural power, there isn't anything that he cannot teach that another demon can. I also would like to add that just because two demons carry the same rank doesn't mean that they are equal in strength or intellect. No human on earth knows why Satan decided to bestow one as a president, one as a king, and etc. Only a fraction is known of hell, and only a fraction is known of every demon. One could submit themselves to the demonic for a lifetime, and there will still be things that you won't know. That's just the mysterious nature that these beings possess. Next, we have dukes. There are a lot of dukes in hell. This is the most flooded rank in hell, as there are more than 15 demons who are dukes. The dukes in hell are as follows: Duke M. Ducius, Duke Agares, Duke Valafar, Duke Barbados, Duke Jusian, Duke Eligos, Duke Zepar, Duke Bathin, Duke Salos, Duke Aim, Duke Boone, Duke Berith, Duke Ashtroth, Duke Focalor, Duke Vepper, Duke Vul, Duke Crocel, Duke Murmur, who's also sometimes labeled as a count, Duke Gremory, Duke Vapula, Duke Floros, and Duke Dentalian. In total, there are 23 dukes in hell. Dukes in hell, again, isn't as popular as kings or princes, but dukes in hell are dukes for a reason. Just as dukes in the royal family are highly esteemed and powerful, so are dukes in hell. Like all other demons in hell who carry rank, these demons have their own territories and practices that they are the master over. Some of them are masters of secrets in literature like Duke Dentalian, and some of them are lovers of language and play like Duke Aguirre's. The powers that demons possess in hell are powers that can be given to any human being if they choose to commit and obey these spirits. Dukes rank below presidents, princes, and kings, but they do outrank marquises and counts. Next, we have marquises. Marquises are the demons who fall into the 5th rank in hell. These types of demons are as popular among mankind as are counts, meaning they aren't very popular or well known at all. Mystery isn't exclusive to any demon in hell, by the way, so cut the hype of one demon being more mystique than the other out. That trait doesn't make one more special than the other, because these demons have been knowing each other for eons. It is only mankind that hypes that type of nonsense up, not the demonic. The marquises in hell are as follows: Marquis Gamijan, Marquis Aemon, Marquis Laraji, who no human should reach out and talk to, as this demon's voice is too powerful and contains too many hard elements which will cause you to go mad. Marquis Niberius, Marquis Renovi, who was also sometimes labeled as a count, Marquis Fornius, Marquis Morcasius, Marquis Phoenix, Marquis Sobnok, Marquis Shax, Marquis Aureus, Marquis Andros, Marquis Adrilphus, Marquis Camaris, and Marquis de Corabia. Elevation will not come to any of these beings. The reason is that since every demon puts in intense work for both Satan and hell as a whole, every demon is essentially working to its highest capacity. So essentially, for one demon to actually elevate another demon who ranks above them would have to be demoted. This will never happen, so these ranks for every demon are eternal. Some demons who are not dukes or higher believe they should rank higher within the hierarchy. But one thing I'd like to add is that you never hear of a prince or a king complaining about their rank, which should tell you of the power and prestige that comes with being a king or a prince in the kingdom of hell. Next, we have counts. In hell, counts and earls are considered to be of the same rank. Counts are the 6th rank in the kingdom of hell. There are only 5 well-known and confirmed counts in hell. The names are as follows: Count Furfer, Count Halphus, Count Raum, Count Bifrons, and Count Adramalius. As I said earlier, some demons possess powers that other demons don't. For instance, the demon Furfer is the only demon in hell who can teach another to manipulate, create, and harness lightning. So although you may like another demon, they do not possess that ability. Only Furfer does. Of course, besides Satan himself. I already know many of you didn't know much about this rank or this particular demonic spirit, but there is only one knight in all of hell. This demon is named Furcas. He is depicted as an old man with long hair. He uses a demonic horse as his method of transportation throughout all of hell. His rank is exclusive for an unknown reason. No human knows why Satan only made this rank exclusively for him, but he is not to be taken as a weak fool. He is of power and he is dangerous like every other demon in hell. Furcas rules over 20 legions of demonic spirits and teaches many supernatural arts. The most important is pyromancy, which is the power to create and manipulate fire, and cryomancy, the power to create and manipulate ice. I'm getting so sick and deadly tired of people saying, quote, Jesus Christ said a kingdom divided against itself cannot stand, so I don't believe demons fight each other. You're a fool. Go back to church with your low-level knowledge of the satanic kingdom. You're a fool. In the kingdom of darkness, infighting occurs. The key to power for the demonic isn't just pleasing Satan. They also personally desire more as well, with the exception of Prince Stolas, who possesses a neutral attitude. All other demons are interested in expanding their own personal territory, which I will get into in this video as well. The demon King Baal has admitted that at an earlier point in time, he was at odds with not only angelic beings who protect the righteous here on earth, but he also had fellow companions in hell who annoyed him to the point of engaging in battle with them. Given the fact that the demon King Bel was one of the most powerful demons in hell, the only other demons who could really give him a run for his money would be another king, maybe with the exception of a prince. Change has happened in hell over time due to mediation by Satan, so King Bel was no longer at odds with fellow demonic companions. Some demons also aren't afraid to downplay another in conversation as well. While demons like King Payment, who values discretion, other demons in hell won't mind telling you that they are more powerful than another, or that another simply cannot be compared to them. The soft-spoken demon of hell, President Beard, did this himself. This demon can be compared to a very shrewd and prudent professor in a university. His voice will make you melt on the inside. It is somewhat comparable to Satan's voice. Satan's voice in his original demonic form, not when he possesses a human being. Satan isn't too concerned about various fights and rebellions that take place in his kingdom, as he views his kingdom as a wild party full of all kinds of individual agendas and pleasures. Demonic principalities in the earth also have authority as well. Just like how the Prince of Persia was soon to be aided by the Prince of Greece to stop Archangel Gabriel from again reaching the third dimension, which is heaven, demons have authority in the earth. Let me break it down. Satan was able to convince 1/3 of the angels in heaven to fall with him, or I should say rebel against God with him before the fall. This means that God had 2/3 that remained loyal to him. While we don't know the exact number each side has, my assumption would be that these numbers are in the multi-billions or trillions. The current world population now sits above 8 billion human beings, and yet this number doesn't cause Satan to sweat when it comes to managing demonic affairs in the earth. There are demons who rule over countries. Then there are demons who rule over specific provinces and states within that country. Then you have some who rule over cities. And then you have some who rule over neighborhoods as well. Lastly, you also have demons who have sole control over a person's home as well. Not to mention, then you have 7 demons who rule over the 7 continents on earth. The demonic's number one goal is to take full control of the human mind and body. This is achieved by way of direct and indirect penetration through various methods. Execution by the demonic is made with precision, and advancement is able to be made when a soul has doors open in their lives. If you're addicted to porn, that's a door that is open. If you lack self-control and quick to anger, that's a door that is open. If you carry secretive bitterness and hatred towards a person or group of people, that's a door that is open. If you are unable to keep your mouth closed and enjoy slandering and tearing down others with your mouth, that's a door that is open. And so on and so forth. You all get the point. One thing I have noticed about the demonic is that they have no line they won't cross. If you are a hard case and you are unable to be overcome by the usual shortcomings and snares that many fall for and possess in this world, then spiritual attacks will then be carried out by way of discovery and introduction. Deception, seduction, and manipulation are usually involved in these types of attacks as well. Let me give you all the usual example. Let's take a man who abstains from masturbation and viewing adult content. Let's say this man is so righteous that he doesn't even stare at a woman's curves in real life or on the internet for a second. He is a man of virtue indeed. But his virtue and strength will still be put to the test. Let's say this man desires to truly fall in love and be with a wife, a virtuous woman. Demons know this. They know more than what mankind knows. So they are then able to use what he cherishes most against him. They'll send a woman this man's way who is appealing to his taste and checks out, if not all, most of the boxes he has for a wife that qualifies. They come to get to know each other. The sexual tension rises, the attraction is strong, and the respect is still there also. These two then come together as a married couple, and then things take a turn for the worst. The wife is now more domineering and demanding. She isn't as sweet as she used to be, and she is unable to be pleased by anything the husband does for her. The husband is now discouraged and confused. not understanding why she has undergone a sudden switch in character and personality. What this man has encountered is a woman who carries a masquerading spirit. She, knowingly or unknowingly under the sway of the demonic, was able to get the man right where she wants him. She got his guard down by playing it deceptive and keeping things indirectly seductive by using selective honesty and patience. Now she has this man under her control until he gains the power to break free. This is one of many examples, but the demonic has many ways of getting to a person. In a city near me, there is nothing but homelessness and stray cats everywhere you go. Whether you're on the nice part of town or on the bad side of town, you still see these two things. So truthfully, is any of it nice? Spiritually speaking, this city has a vagabond spirit that rules over it. For those who don't know, a vagabond is a wanderer who goes from place to place having no stable job or place to call home. So if you live in a city where murder is rampant, that city has a ruling principality whose specialty is murder. If you live in a city where prostitution, sex trafficking, and pimping is popular, then more than likely that city has the spirit of whoredoms that governs over it. This can also be applied to states and countries as well. Spiritually speaking, if your country's government is full of dismissive politicians, then more than likely your country has the spirit of greed and/or injustice that rules over it. This can also be applied to places of work and organizations and corporations as well. I'm sure you all understand where I'm coming from by now. Now, this isn't to say that humans shouldn't be held responsible for all actions they commit, because they all should be. But demonic spirits work hand in hand with the human flesh. They appeal to the flesh, they speak to the flesh, and they attack mankind through the flesh. This is why you all shouldn't be too caught up in things of this world or caught up in yourselves. I understand that this world has a lot of appealing things in it, but you must take your mind captive and put it under subjection. Do not become addicted to anything in this world that is unhealthy and destructive. All addicts are slaves to what they're addicted to. Do not be a slave by any means necessary, and do not allow anyone to enslave you to anything. Demons spice this world up in the minds of mankind using three things: the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life. Given the fact that Satan is the prince of the power of the air, he also has his hands in all industries in this world as well. Music, governments, financial systems, cults, religions, private organizations, etc. It doesn't matter if one refuses to acknowledge his existence. Your refusal doesn't cause him and his servants to all of a sudden dissipate. This is Satan's world, and he still seeks for hell to expand as well. For hell to expand across many more dimensions. This goal was able to be accomplished easily. Very easily, actually. Because of the demonic's otherworldly knowledge and power, they are able to figure out endless ways for billions of human souls to pour into hell after their death. By these souls entering hell, this legally and spiritually allows hell to grow larger due to the ever-growing capacity that is human souls that fill this realm to the brim. The tumultuous sounds in hell are so jarring, they pierce the sky. There is more to come, folks. Do what you want with this information, but you all heard it from me first. I told you all I was a preacher and teacher of hell, and I will continue to do and be just that. A preacher is heard.
This ain't on the man.